Hello, welcome back to Once Upon a Page, and today we have some very exciting news.
Yay!
Very. One of the best parts about being friends with other authors is that you get to celebrate their book birthdays with them. And Erin is about to have a book birthday. Yay! So on February 4th, her book, The Silencer, yay, is coming out, and it is the third and final book in the series of the Kalila Chronicles.
Kalila, yep.
That's very hard to say, just so you know.
And I would like to point out before we get started, you may not be able to see it real well on here, but right here there is a little mug next to a lamp that says Cobb on it. And a nice reader.
Yes.
What it was? A reader.
Yes, it's
So
a reader
cool.
gift. It was
Yes.
a Christmas gift on top of that.
That is so
Like,
cool.
isn't that so sweet? So
that's
excited.
amazing. You match your book now.
I know.
It's so fun.
So, Erin, tell us just a little bit, how does it feel to finish a series? I've never written a series. I write a lot of standalone books. So I want to know how it feels and what your plans are from here.
Okay. It's very exciting to be finished. It's very weird. I went through lots of emotions. Excitement, like sadness, I cried. Denial, it's like grief, okay?
It's grief. She's grieving.
I'm grieving because it's over.
On this exciting day, she is in grief.
It is kind of sad. Because, 3 books in 3 years. And if you count, like a year or two before that, just before I got serious about writing the series, just thinking about the story and the characters and, playing around with different ideas. So, a lot of time and plotting and, thinking about it has went into the series. So, when it was over, I was like, oh my gosh, I spent all this time with these characters, and why can't they just be real? I'm like, that's just,
I don't know. I've read some of these scenes, and I don't know that I want this to be real because don't want to think about it.
Well,
But you do. You get
get
connected.
so
because you
attached.
have to know your characters so well
Yes.
Yeah.
to be able to write them well. And so, in some ways, just like for readers who read books and find a connection with a character and feel like, wow, this is a family or friend or whatever.
Yeah.
The author has created these people.
It's even more.
And it is a lot like, we call it a book birthday. And it really is like you've gone through the exciting pregnancy of ideas and everything,
just like
through
giving
the labor.
Yes.
And then here you have this little bundle that you don't know exactly what to do with.
Right. And now I'm in the postpartum depression stage because it's like, it's over. And I started, it took me a little bit to get into a new idea, a new story. And I almost felt like I was cheating on all of my characters.
Aww.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm sorry, guys.
I still love you.
I still love you. But so now I'm going back and writing a short story for this series. So that makes me feel like I'm not just like being like, okay, thank you so much, now bye.
Yes.
So, so yeah, lots of different emotions, but mainly really excited because I really love this series and I love the characters, and I wasn't ready for it to be over. So, yeah.
What
By the
kind
way,
of release? Oh, sorry.
It's really good. It's really good.
It is.
Because,
It is.
we both read it. It's really good.
Yes.
So read the whole series.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely worth it.
What kind of release date events do you have planned? Do you do anything big and special? Do you do it online? What do you?
I do a release party, usually a few days afterwards. I rent out this fun building nearby, and all of my beta readers are usually there to help me. They're so awesome. They'll come and they'll help me set up, and we have food. There's chocolate covered strawberries because it's my favorite. And we just have a fun release party. You're gonna have to come to my release party. And it's just a fun time. I have my books there, and sign and just hang out with everyone who's helped me to push through and get it finished. And you know, it's just much of a celebration for me than it is for people who are excited to read it, because I get to kind of like honor everyone who's helped me, you know, so I kind of look at it as a way to be like, thank you, you know, and, you know, I'm just as excited as they are, you know, it's so fun. Oh, and I get these big, huge backdrops, photo backdrops that I hang
They
out.
are amazing.
They're so much fun.
So photos I've seen.
Yeah, and for this year we did like props and everything for, so I'm not quite sure what'll happen with this party, but we're still gonna have a party, so.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
What do you do leading up to that release day? Is there anything, I mean, do you open up this release day party to the general public? Is it
Yes. This
uh,
release party is for anybody who lives in the area and wants to come, or not in the area, like you guys.
So I'm assuming they would find out about this through your Facebook?
Yes, I will put it on
newsletter
and Facebook.
Cool.
I'll probably put on Instagram as well. And then leading up other ways, I'm going to be doing a blog tour for the Silencer. I'm already scheduled to be on several different people's blogs, and and some of them are really fun because they're going to be like a character interview, and which may or may or not be with Victor. So I'm very excited about that interview.
I am very excited about that interview.
I read over the questions and I was like, ooh, I love this. So it's really exciting.
I had to totally rewrite my questions.
Yes, I bet you did. That's so funny. But yeah, so definitely look out for the blog tour. That's a lot of fun. I like connecting with other authors and readers and book bloggers.
That is hard to say.
It's really hard to say, by the way.
Yes.
I almost
if you're a
messed
book
that up.
blogger.
Almost messed that one up.
Now, your book is currently on pre-order?
It is on pre-order on Amazon, the Kindle version. Print should be coming very soon.
Okay.
I don't have my copies in yet, but that'll be coming soon too. So that's always
so you've not
super
had that
exciting.
open the
No.
box, see the.
No.
I mean, it's one thing. It's great to have a picture and to know what it's going
when you
to look
open
like,
up the
but,
box, it's so nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's something.
So I'm
sweet
gonna have
about
Hold
to
it in
do-
your hands and see your picture on the back. It's like,
No, don't like the picture on the back. We can do without that.
I may
I like
Not
the
your
picture on my
picture,
back.
picture.
I'm like, I see my picture's pretty good, but okay.
Yeah, mine's not. Mine's
No.
horrible.
Oh,
well,
we can do a new one.
You can do it.
Yeah, I need to do a new one.
I decided that with my next series, I was going to do a whole new picture, so that requires a whole new photo
Yes.
shoot. So that's always fun. No, she's shaking her head.
Okay.
I'm not
So-
exactly sure what they
Back
consider. I consider it
Moving
torture.
on. Moving on. Erin has a little snippet to
Yeah.
read to you of one of the scenes in her book, and just to give you a little taste of what you can expect.
And it's funny because this is kind of hard to read a snippet.
Yes.
Amy was like, make sure you have a snippet. And I'm like, but I don't want to give anything away because if you read the first two, you know that they both end on a little bit of a cliffhanger. The second one is a huge cliffhanger.
Huge.
And it leads off with a huge bang in the first chapter. And so, literally, that's really bad. I'm so sorry. And so you get to find out who unfortunately dies. And so I didn't want to read some of the scenes because it would give it away. But this is a really fun one in my opinion. This is Matthias, and he's one of my favorites. So many people love Victor, and I do too, but I really love Matthias as well. And he's getting ready, he's battling a couple of demons, so I thought there'll be a fun, not too dark, hopefully. Amy thinks it's dark.
I don't think it's dark.
Heather does. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll keep going. Another punch to Matthias' side sent him flying across the room. He landed on his back, wincing, as pain stabbed the base of his wings. Sweat poured from his forehead, falling into his eyes. He blinked away the sting, waiting for his vision to clear. Everything ached. I guess the rumors are true, Thatch scoffed, stepping on Matthias' chest, his staff pointed at his throat. The great Matthias is not the angel he used to be. Tell that to your buddy Drake. Matthias drew in a shallow breath. Oh wait, you can't. He's dead. Fury lit up Thatch's face, and he pushed the steel toe of his boot down, inching his way to Matthias' esophagus, trying to cut off his airway. Matthias' arms burned as he grabbed Thatch's foot to move it off him. What's the matter, Matthias? You can't breathe. He ignored Thatch, increasing pressure against his foot. If he could get a better grip on the bottom of the sole, then he could get more leverage. Trying to fight off both demons proved to almost be too much for Matthias. Trying to attack one while warding off the other took all of his energy. It was almost sheer luck when Drake slipped mid-strike and gave Matthias the upper hand. Matthias needed the upper hand again. He needed help. God give me strength. Every word took effort, but somehow he managed to get the whole prayer out. Thatch's smile widened, showing a row of crooked teeth. He let out a feral growl. Your God can't help you now. Is that so? Sweat dripped down his face and into his ear. He desperately wished he could wipe it away. Thatch bent slightly towards him. You need to give up, Matthias. Never. The change in Thatch's stance gave him enough room to slide his grip under Thatch's heel. You were saying? Thatch's eyes widened, and he realized he had messed up by shifting his weight. Matthias grabbed Thatch's boot and twisted. The bone gave way, splintering in two. The demon dropped to the ground, howling in agony. Matthias pulled himself up to a standing position and reached for the sword a few feet away. You think if you'll kill me, you'll stop what's coming? Thatch's lip quivered, pain evident on his face. No, I'm not naive. He wiped Drake's blood on his pant leg. When the time comes, I will kill them too. You think you can stop what's outside? Thatch laughed. Not even the great Matthias can stop them. Thatch raised his fingers to his mouth and let out a loud whistle. Let's see how well you do now. The house began to shake, much more violently than before. He must have summoned the giants. Matthias raised his sword, ready to thrust it through the demon's chest, but Thatch suddenly leaned forward. A glint of metal flashed, and Matthias jumped back. The sharp edge of the knife sliced open his calf. Matthias almost dropped his weapon, the pain blinding his vision. Gritting his teeth, he forced his fingers to tighten over the hilt, raising the sword above his head. He brought it down, cutting off the demon's head, and it hit the ground, splattering him with blood. Matthias leaned against the wall, taking in big gulps of air. He needed to wrap his leg. Blood flowed from the cut, and it probably needed stitches. He hobbled to the kitchen, wrenching open drawers until he found dishcloths. Grabbing a knife from a block on the counter, he shredded the towel into strips and tied them around his wound. A massive snarl whipped through the air as he knotted the last strip around his leg. He got to his feet and made his way to the basement door, pushing the fridge and pie safe out of his way just enough so he could slide through. He had only cleared the doorway when the kitchen wall crumbled and two enormous feet stepped onto the kitchen tile.
Lots of
So,
fun.
yeah. So, are you intrigued? I hope so, because Erin's book will be available everywhere on the 4th.
Yay!
Yay! So, I hope that you will go grab a copy, grab the rest of the series. It's really good. She has an amazing imagination. But I am still glad that giants do not live in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want them walking around right now.
Well, you know, it could be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe if you had Matthias with you.
Right. Yes. I need a Matthias, evidently. So later this year, we'll celebrate 2 more book birthdays in this
Yay.
group because Heather will
So
have
exciting.
one coming out, and
So
then I
proud
will
of
have
all
one
of us.
coming out in the fall. And
Ooh,
so
we
look,
spread them out really
I
well.
did. We
did.
did.
That's
We
nice.
did that on
Didn't even need
purpose
to.
just for you guys. So.
So,
Okay, if you read Erin's books, or if you've read any of them, we'd love to hear what you think. And tell all your friends. And send us, make a you and 20 video
There you
about
go.
it. That would be
love
fun.
to
That would
see
be
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we will catch you next time with something else. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.